The Last Witch Hunter, starring Vin Diesel. I saw this movie in a completely empty theater last night. Not a single soul, just me. Yep, it was like a private screening of The Last Witch Hunter. That was definitely the best part. This movie starts off way in the past. Vin Diesel and his other men are hunting this witch. He kills the witch successfully, but at the last minute, the witch curses him to be immortal and to never die. Then we cut to present day, one of the biggest leaps in time since 2001: A Space Odyssey, the ape and the bone to the spaceship. And he's now this very suave, clean-cut, and seemingly wealthy witch hunter who goes around and he hunts witches. And of course, not all witches are bad though. Some people are just into witchcraft and he just kind of scolds them politely. But then there are the other people that he has to get his shotgun and his fists to deal with. Guys, I wasn't really expecting that much from this movie because most people have said it sucks, and some people who said it sucks also said it was entertaining, and personally, I didn't like this movie. I mean, I can see why anyone would go to this movie and think that was hilariously bad and I really enjoyed myself. I didn't really enjoy myself watching this movie because I kept seeing missed opportunities. This could be so incredibly awesome and stupid, but the movie takes itself dreadfully seriously. And that's where it lost me. In my opinion, what The Last Witch Hunter should have been was take place in present day, never go to the past, never go to those old times. 100% in present day, there's an immortal witch hunter guy, and it should have been a very light-hearted film in which he enjoys killing witches and it's funny, sort of like a Shaun of the Dead type thing. If they had made this film in that tone, it would have been perfect. I would have loved it. I would have laughed my ass off. But the film just takes itself so deathly seriously that I just couldn't have fun with it. I gotta talk about Vin Diesel, okay? He's a super likable actor. He seems like a great guy. But he's pretty bad in this movie. Pretty much every shot involving him is this. The amount of slow turns to camera in this movie just might rival the slow turns to camera in Furious 7. Also, the action in the movie was not well filmed and it's overly saturated with an absurd amount of CGI. There's a scene where Vin Diesel is laying on the ground like this as these CGI tendrils wrap around him and entrap him. And you get the feeling that Diesel is just lying on the ground going, ah, 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 ah. Okay, cut. Ugh. It just doesn't look real. The makeup, however, in the movie for the witches was really good, and I liked the makeup for the witches quite a bit. I wish this was a more practical effects-driven production, like the makeup. Also, I will say that Elijah Wood was really likable in this movie. I think that he was probably the one who was trying the most out of everybody. Michael Caine in this movie, I think he had a house to buy. He was probably collecting a paycheck. I don't know. Have you heard his quote from Jaws the Revenge, where he was like, "I have not seen Jaws the Revenge, but I have seen the house that it bought. A ruby the size of a tangerine." Worst impression ever, I apologize. But that is a real quote. He was like, I haven't even seen Jaws 4. I have seen the house it bought, though. The guy knows what he's doing when he signs on to movies like this. He's collecting a paycheck, and he's done it for his entire career, all the way back to The Swarm. If you don't believe me, look it up. This was a paycheck movie for Michael Caine. Guys, The Last Witch Hunter has the possibility of being so bad that it's good. And for some people, it might be. You might enjoy this film a lot more than I did. But personally, the poorly filmed action, the over-the-top and really bad CGI, as well as the terrible acting, infused with a stupid story, I didn't like this movie at all, unfortunately, and it was so grim and depressing and overly serious that I couldn't have fun with it. The Last Witch Hunter, I'm going to give you a D+. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching, and thanks for the great feedback on my Paranormal Activity video. That made me very happy to see. I love doing that. Maybe I'll do another one like that in the future. Thank you so much as always for watching, guys, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.